South Acres.
I love the music.
To Greensboro.
Now stop.
No, stop. We got H.E.R's real hip hop. All new 93.7 The Beat.
All right. You good?
Yeah, we good. Yeah.
The all new 93.7 The Beat. It's H-Town's for Hip Hop, home of the Breakfast Club. It's your girl Ashlee. And I got BRI STEVES in the building. What's good?
Nothing, chill.
How do you like this weather right now?
Right now it's fine. I mean, I just came from Chicago and it was snowing and crazy out there, so I'm loving, the 60s. And
I was gonna say because you're from Philly, right?
yeah,
And it's what a New Yorker say. It's brick out there.
yeah, it is brick. It's nice out here. It's still, it's hoodie weather, but
Yeah.
I take it. It's better than where I've been from.
I know. And tonight you are with her.
Yes,
at
I am.
Revention Music Center, I believe. How's the tour?
Wait, yes.
Trying to test me.
Don't get me saying it
She
wrong.
tried to test me.
Revention
Now you
Music
good.
Center. You're right.
At Revention Music Center.
Yes.
How's the tour been so far?
So far, it's been good. I mean, this is my first time doing like a major tour, touching like all these major cities. So I'm like super surprised seeing like people wrapping their arms around me, and also seeing some people know like Jealousy and them knowing like my concert and music. So it's kind of blowing me away because I've never touched these places before.
Well, she was our On the Verge artist a few months ago, and we was playing it, and a lot of people were like, "What's that song with the John B sample?"
Yeah.
or whatever, and I'm like, "Oh, that's BRI STEVES."
Well, it's just dope to see like people kind of get that connection, that discovery. So this
Yeah.
is the first time they're like seeing me do multiple songs, seeing my face, seeing like my energy on stage. So they get to meet me in person. So like, oh my God, that's your song. I love you. Yada yada. So I'm getting that experience for the first time.
Exactly. Do you feel like? Were you surprised when you were on the road and you saw people like react to you and actually know your lyrics and stuff like that?
Yes. I mean, it's not like I'm used to, Philly, New York, Baltimore, of course, getting love from around that area. But, like this is my first time being in Houston. My first time was in Chicago and Detroit, the other day. Like it's my first time seeing like, all right, there's lines of people coming up to me. Hey, like I know your lyrics word for word in this song. I want to hear you do this song. I'm looking up your music. I'm a big fan of this. And it's kind of like crazy to me. Like, wow, I didn't know that I've touched all you guys here. So it's like dope feeling.
What city like bugged you out the most when you're like, ain't no about me out here? Like
Montreal. Am I saying that right? Yeah, Montreal.
okay.
Because when I got out there, mind you, it's snowing, it's crazy. They speak primarily French out there. I didn't know how the song did out there in Canada, so I didn't know what to expect. But that was like one of the most live places I've been so far. I ended up going out in the crowd and just messing with everybody. It was just the energy was just so dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when people ask me about you and they're like, is she a rapper, is she a singer? I'm like, she kind of both.
I am both.
Like, she's just an artist.
I mean, I started like my base, my foundation is with bars.
Yeah.
First and foremost, but where I'm at my path now in music, I like to do 50-50 and give you both energies on one track.
That is true. That's the perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
The way I would cheat, I was like, I mean, she Drake. She doing both.
I don't know.
She got both. She got both sides of the spectrum there going on. So you're from Philly. We could like separate you from different Philly artists, but who are you inspired by?
I'm inspired by Biggie, Missy Elliott, Pharrell, old Kanye West. On the R&B side, I got Faith Evans, Mary J. Blige. Old Marvin Gaye all time, but yeah, I'm inspired by a lot of people.
Okay, so like, who is somebody? I always got to ask people this, and don't cheat because I ask people this all the time. They're like, I don't want to say, I don't want to jinx it. Who are you looking at? Like, who would you love to work with
right now?
Yeah.
I mean, I've gotten an opportunity to work with some people that I have been on my list, like Pharrell. Baby Keem. I got Good Girl. They're also from Philly. H.E.R. Wack. And
she'll be here next week, I think, with Black. Yeah.
Oh, word?
Yep.
Those are the top of my list.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and Ghost. They're from LA.
Ooh, okay. See, to be honest, I wouldn't expect that because you always expect like the typical names people throw out nowadays, the commercial names, pretty much. You ain't got no interest in No Drake features? Like,
I mean, if I could get a Drake feature, that would be phenomenal. But
Yeah.
you know, I'm gonna let that happen when it happens.
let the universe handle it.
Yeah, let it put that one together.
Manifest
At least we
that.
put it into the air right now.
If you get it, just like how 2 Milli is suing Fortnite for using his dance, I'm gonna need a signing fee.
Oh my
because
God.
I'm pretty sure, or a finder's fee. I'm
You-
pretty sure we put that out in the air first. We'll figure that out. So I was looking at some of y'all's interviews that you did earlier, and it was, I think you're talking about your mom going to Temple and like how that inspired you.
My mom worked at Temple.
Working at Temple and how that inspired you.
Yeah.
What does your mom kind of think of, like, now that she's seeing everything manifest and bringing your dreams to
My mom
fruition?
she is super supportive. But you know, my mom is just really worried about being my mom. Like, you know, she's happy that I found something that I can do that I love. But she's like, all right, Bree's thing, that's her music thing. You know,
Yeah.
you go ahead and do your thing, baby. That's how she looks at it.
How was she growing up? Was she playing a lot of records in the
She
house?
was playing a lot of like R&B music, like from the Shy Lights to Marvin to R. Kelly. I was stealing her CDs of Escape and Faith Evans and Mary J. Blige, 411. But you know, my mom, seeing her, to go back to your last question about her working at Temple University, I just seen her, you know, working 40 plus hours a week, you know what I mean? Like, that helped me, put me through college. Watching her do it, she's a single mom. She raised me by herself. So always seeing her put her best foot forward and just being on top of her stuff.
Yeah.
It was a motivation for me in school. Like, you know what? There's nothing that I can't do. I can go to school and I can pursue music at the same time. I can get my deal and I can, you know, still finish and get my degree at the same time. There's nothing that I can't do. So she was a big supporter. Yeah.
Let's shout out to mom for that.
Shout
because
out, Mom.
I'm always, not that there's anything wrong with people who don't go to school, but for especially young women, black women,
Yeah.
to like get y'all degrees, get
Yeah.
that figured out, and then pursue what you want to do. Like, I think Saweetie, like, she went to USC and she was talking about that. Like,
Okay.
yeah, she did her thing and then she kept pursuing the music. So we stand for that. We are fans. Even though she almost got me caught up trying to steal like snacks earlier. But it's fine.
Oh,
But
so
it's
you gonna
good.
bring that up on the air? You know what?
We're gonna bring it up.
Nah, we're gonna clear this up. So they had their snacks out in the open. Like, so I'm assuming I can just go over, you know, take some chips or something and
True.
just leave. I didn't see the little machine to the side that wanted me to pay the money. But
to pay the money for the
yeah,
snacks.
so you know,
This is true because usually there is a sign that says you have to pay for it,
Or-
but I don't know where it is.
or like, you know, regular vending machines are like, have cases on them, so you can't just
So
take
you can't take it.
take the snacks and go. So since they were out in the open, I thought, you know, it was as a courtesy, as a, you know, free for artists. But I paid for mine. Let it be clear.
She did,
Yeah.
but she thought
Well, I technically
she
didn't.
thought.
Well, I gotta pay for it. but,
it
you know,
was
you
gonna
help
be
pay for
free.
it. Yeah, yeah.
It's on video. So you're in Texas. Do you have any like a to-do list? Like, are you vegan?
No, I'm not vegan.
Okay, good, thank you, because everybody got
God.
these like eating restrictions.
Oh.
They're like, I can't have beef, I can't whatever. Do you have anything that you want to hit up while you're in Texas, as in barbecue, or what are y'all eating? What are you in the mood for right now?
I mean, I'm kind of eating really clean.
Okay.
Not vegan. I still eat meat. Pause.
Just not all the extra stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it really, I don't really know a lot of places in Houston, so I'm open to a whole bunch of suggestions for where to go.
Shoot, we got suggestions. You just gotta tell me what you want, what you're in the mood for. But I don't. It might dwindle it down because a lot of these places ain't clean. So
Oh God,
this is Texas. Like,
what that means? This
y'all can go to Chipotle.
oh,
It's around the
no, I
corner.
don't want to go to Chipotle. No,
That's always the
where the
option.
bougie places at?
So Bree, we love Jealousy when it came out. What do you have coming up that you're working on?
So coming up, I have a project that is dropping the top of 2019, and yeah, I have some new videos, some new single stuff on the way
She's
that
so
I'm going to share with
secretive,
you
bro.
guys.
What's your
What?
what's your sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
Okay, I'm a Gemini. So
We air signs. Okay, we get
So
along.
I was like, you don't be a sneaky ass sad.
No,
or some shit
no,
like
because
that.
I felt like he's about to ask, you know, okay, so when's the exact date and can we have
Nah.
this? And
we live in the era of just dropping stuff.
Yeah.
So the fact that you even told me like beginning of 2019, I'm
it's
shocked.
coming, because I just want to finish up, wrap up a couple songs, and make sure it's perfect before I release it. Because it's a long time coming for me actually dropping a project. It'll be my first official project dropping. A lot of firsts. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Bree Steves, what do you got planned tonight? What's the show going to be like at Revention Center?
You should expect a lot of energy. Of course, you're going to hear Jealousy in the set. And you're going to hear a couple of unreleased tracks that I haven't released yet. You're going to hear Miami as well.
Okay.
But yeah, be surprised.
Speaking of Jealousy, did you have to get that cleared or no?
Yeah.
And then did John B ever
He heard it.
He heard it?
He likes it.
Did he reach out? Was he like, let me hop on? Or something
you know
like
what?
that?
We actually did do a little remix thing. I met him in LA 2 months ago. He had this documentary thing going on. I met him. He told me that he heard the song. He really liked it. And that day we was in the studio, he kind of, put some keys and kind of did his own John B remix of it. I don't know if it's going to come out, but it happened though. Yeah,
it's there. I don't know when it's going to drop, but it's there. I asked that because ever since the Soul Train Awards, everyone's on this John B kick all of a sudden. I remember he did that song.
I was on it first.
Can y'all play this song? And so I'm how old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay, so you're a few years younger than me. But I remember I got introduced to John B by him being on that episode of Sister Sister,
oh wow,
a long time ago in the 90s.
He was hot back then.
But some of his, we stand a John B remake. That's why I asked.
Okay,
are y'all down? Do you got a duet coming, a collab coming?
It's made. Again, I don't know if it's gonna come out, but it's made.
She ain't as secretive as I thought. It's fine.
I tell it. I ain't hiding nothing.
I know. She an Aquarius. We good. We collaborating. So Bree Steves, she is here tonight, Revention Music Center in Houston. Before her what time is
I'm
your
on
set?
at 8:25.
She's on at 8:25. Y'all got to get there early. Houston traffic.
Doors at 7.
Doors at 7. Get in there. Merch, of course. Yes. Merch is at inside of the venue. And until next time, we'll welcome you back to H-Town, all right?
All right.